Flights are canceled in mass. It is crazy. So nearly two-thirds of the Southwest airline flights are canceled Wednesday. Southwest cancels more flights, draws federal investigation. Can traders weather the storm? At Southwest Airlines, Southwest cancels 70% of the flights as travelers try to get home. So some people were like stuck at the airport almost the whole holiday season, if not the whole holiday season. So it is mad chaos. It is backed up. Southwest cancels 70% of its flights as travelers try to get home. It is sick. Look at all the bags. Look at all the chaos. It is not good at all. Just all that stuff backed up. And so thousands of Southwest airline flights scheduled to depart on Tuesday and Wednesday have canceled following beleaguered airline admission that it would fly just one-third of its schedule in the travel-heavy days after Christmas. So as Tuesday morning, more than 2,500 Southwest flights, 62% of its schedule were canceled, according to the flight tracking website FlightAware. And so this is crazy. And roughly, it says the same amount of airline flights have already been canceled for Wednesday. So more than 4,500 total flights scheduled to depart Tuesday have been canceled, with Southwest cancellations making up to 56% of those, and more than 3,500 flights scheduled to leave Wednesday have already been canceled, with Southwest constituting 70% of those cancellations, according to the FlightAware. So, on Monday, Southwest canceled more than 2,000 flights, 2,800 to be exact. 70,000 or 70% of its schedule frustrating passengers across the nation. So our heartfelt apologies for this are just beginning, Southwest said in a statement. So they give a statement. So it sounds like a lot of it's coming from Southwest. So the representative did not immediately respond request for an inquiry Tuesday morning about how many flights it had preemptively canceled for the rest of the week, when it expects to resume a normal schedule. So photos and videos posted on social media showed bags piling up. Federal transportation officials called the cancellations unacceptable. So I'm angry as hell because I see mismanagement. I Ward Conrad told NBC Chicago. So there are a lot of angry people at the airports right now, just jammed up. Some of them have been there probably the whole holiday through Christmas, just jammed up there. So it says he had been stranded at the airport 2 days because of cancellations, according to the station. So overall, around 3,900 flights were canceled within, into, out of the U.S. on Monday, according to the flight tracking website FlightAware. So Southwest had 2,893 flights canceled at one point Monday, roughly 70% of its schedule, according to its site. Delta had around 300 and United around 130. These are flights that have been canceled, so Southwest blamed operational challenges. The following days are the follow days of severe weather. It sounds like that's one of the main reasons why a lot of things have been canceled, because I've been hearing there's a really horrible snow blizzard, and the weather is just battering certain areas, and it's probably not the safest thing to travel on planes with weather that extreme. You might not even make it, and then there's a risk of mortality. People end up getting in a crash or something like that. And the problems in the Southwest are not over. The Southwest Airlines seems to be having the biggest issue. So out of most of the others, so the airline plans to fly one-third of its schedule and around 100, well, not 100, but 1,500 flights for the next several days so that it can reposition flight crews who are out of position. The company says, so on the other side of this, well, we'll work to make things right for those we've let down, including our employees, and the company said this in a statement. So, people probably kept going up to the counters, they kept complaining, a lot of stuff was going on. So Southwest CEO Bob Jordan also told Wall Street Journal that the company plans to operate just over 1/3 of its typical schedules Tuesday and Wednesday. So we had a tough day today. So in all likelihood, we'll have another tough day tomorrow as we work our way out of this. So Jordan told the newspaper. So this is baggage claim. So they have pictures. There's been a lot of social media, people complaining about what's been going on. And you can see it video, and it's on the news. It's crazy. Everything isn't fake news, y'all. So don't say this is fake news. It's real. So I don't want to hear that. And I don't want to hear you go, oh, that happened 10 miles away. Or not. No. It is real. So if you don't like it, whatever, go to another video that does have fake news, because you seem to listen to the fake stuff instead of the real stuff. So customers of Southwest Airways say line to rebook is 3 hours long. So the line to rebook a flight, 3 hours long. Can you imagine that? That's crazy. So some have been stranded for days. I told you the whole Christmas holiday they were stuck in the airport. Families, kids, mothers, pregnant mothers, wives, children, old people, people trying to go see relatives. It's crazy. So it says 376 canceled Southwest flights at then. The next most is United with 22 cancellations. So it's even on Twitter. People been sharing on social media, probably talking to their family, wishing they could be there and they can't. Much of the continental U.S., at one point covering 200 million people, was under winter weather warnings or alert going into the holiday weekend, bitterly cold temperatures and ice. That probably would have been my cue not to take a flight. But, people probably figured that there may be some way that they could still get through all of that. Not so. So on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, combined over 8,200 flights into and out or within the U.S. were canceled, according to FlightAware. So the issue of Southwest flights also caught the attention of the Transportation Department, which called the airline performance unacceptable. So U.S. DOT is concerned by Southwest Airlines' disproportionate unacceptable rate of cancellations and delays, as well as the failure to properly support its customers experiencing cancellation or delay. A department spokesperson said, this was in a statement, so this is on the news, it's all over the place, so it isn't fake news, this happened, and some people might have relatives that are stuck at the airport, so it's real. So Southwest said that it was staffed because all the bags, that's what I have in my head right now, in advance of the holiday, but the severe weather greatly affected the plans. So I'm thinking it has a lot to do with the weather, because I was seeing some places that looked like they were crazy snowed in, even cars, trucks were just struggling to get through. They were having snow plows, and it was just constantly battering these areas with the snow blizzard. So these operational conditions force daily changes in a flight schedule at a volume magnitude that still has the tools our teams use to recover the airline operating at capacity, the airline said. So the day after Christmas is typical one of the busier travel days of the year, although Transportation Security Administration said last week it expected December 22nd and December 30th to be the busiest of the year. And that doesn't sound good to me, just hearing that. It's already busy with people stuck there. So more than 2,000 or more than 2 million passengers. I said 2,000, that's doing it justice. But that's not doing it justice, it's worse. 2 million passengers through TSA checkpoints. It says they passed through there, and on Sunday, number of 1.7 million, according to the TSA website. More than 2.2 million passengers passed through the checkpoints on Monday, marking the largest day of December 26 travel in 2019. 2.5 million passengers passed through TSA checkpoints at Raleigh-Durham International Airport in North Carolina. What was supposed to have been a flight instead turned to a long trips by road. Southwest flights were canceled as well. Passengers were given the choice to travel by bus. So there's nothing else that I can do to expect it to sit on the bus to get back home. That's what I was saying. People are probably going to do reverse trips where it's like, we can't get through all of this. It's stuck. It's canceled. So we're just going to go. We're going to do a reverse, do a U, go back home. I bet you next year they won't be going through this. Or at least let's hope that it won't be crazy like this. But probably from this horrible experience, people will be more careful to decide whether they should travel. They'll look at the weather, be like, you know what, we can't make it through this. We don't want what happened last year to happen another year, to spend our Christmas at the airport, stuck and frustrated and hungry and wondering what's going to happen. So anyway, having said that, that's this article. So it is bad. It is not good at all. When you look at these pictures, you see all these bags, and you can see why people are really frustrated. I mean, who wants to spend their whole Christmas and their whole holiday jammed up in the airport? That really sucks.